Hey guys, before we get started with today's show, this week's $39.99 jersey of the week is the Shot Caller, $39.99 all-inclusive pricing. Email thedwpod@teamtriton.com to claim this offer. And now, let's get started with the show.
And welcome back to the DW Pod, powered by Triton, maker of 100% full custom sports jersey and apparel. I'm 1/3 of this electric podcast. I go by Tom. Here we got Alex. And behind the camera, you don't get to see his lovely face, we got Big John Stud.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How you boys doing today?
Feeling good.
I'm feeling great.
Feeling good.
Little sweaty.
Little sweaty. It's too damn hot.
It is getting hot.
Yeah, it's Alabama.
Already.
We just went to the gas station for lunch, and you saw I had my truck running for 5 minutes. Still hot.
If you don't have a sunshade, I would suggest investing in one of those. It doesn't make that much difference because it's so hot.
Yeah.
But it makes a little bit of difference, and any little break you can get from this heat is worth it.
I love how anybody watching this podcast right now is like rewinding. Wait, you went to the lunch at a gas station?
We had to go pick up some yak.
Okay.
We didn't go eat lunch at the gas station.
Okay.
John, are you trying to poke jokes? So the lunches you eat, you have the nerve to joke on us?
Hey.
I once saw John eat roadkill with ginger ale for lunch, and it was...
It doesn't surprise me
I
at all.
don't remember that, but
I saw you drag it in.
Little possum.
I
The
don't
vultures
remember
were-
it, but I'm not denying it either.
Little
So
possum.
Poor possum.
I'm pretty sure it was the father of that raccoon that they found at that Arkansas game.
That was hilarious, man. So
Any-
funny.
You guys got any good shows you guys been watching? Any new sport events? What you guys got?
Just been watching baseball, of course. And
Yeah.
That's what I do. Me and the wife checked out that The Staircase on
Yeah.
HBO Max. It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. It's HBO. So there's some things in there that,
A little much?
yeah.
Have you seen the Netflix documentary?
See, I haven't seen the documentary. Now, I've seen like the Datelines
Yeah.
and,
I
the
know
stuff
that.
they put on TV. But she had watched the documentary. And so the show actually, like the show with the actor, the reenactment or whatever, has the documentary people
I
in
didn't
it.
know that.
And so it's pretty interesting. The new episode comes out tonight, so we'll probably be watching that tonight.
I have started watching Our Father on Netflix, and boy, is it just a roller coaster ride of what's going on.
That's probably going to be next for us.
This doctor just goes around basically using his own semen to impregnate women around this whole city, and they're now finding out that they are all related. That has got to be the most crushing blow as a husband. What some of these stories are, like, that's the worst part of that. The dad, like one guy was like, he took everything away from me.
Yeah.
And I was
Wow.
like, oh, I never once thought about
that's sad.
the guy with it. But just knowing the way that he was doing it, man, is just... You got one lady, she talks about how she would take the donor sperm, hide it in her bra, and walk across the street. It's not smut TV, but it is.
Is it worth the watch? Because Lauren wants to watch it, and I just said, nah, I'm not interested in this. But since you bring it up,
I tell you this, I didn't finish it because there's nothing more you need to know about the story. It's one of those, like, hey, this is what this is about. It's like, well, then what else do I need to know?
gotcha.
So if you're bored, go ahead, which I highly doubt with that new baby.
There's no boredom in our house.
I don't think I want to be bored with that. So
Listen, once you get a weight and it's really hard to exercise on an elliptical. So you need to watch something to get the time going.
It is incredibly boring on the elliptical now. That's
I was watching that HBO series. It's Showtime. That's over with now. It's pretty good stuff.
Is it?
Yeah. Jerry West is hilarious, even though he's mad about the way they portrayed him.
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. In sports news, because we are a bunch of sports fanatics.
Dude, real
around
quick,
here.
Jono.
What?
Why is it so hot in here?
I don't know.
Dude, it is burning up.
We're gonna have to get
Yeah.
that AC.
Holy smokes. Is there no AC in here?
There is.
Dog, under my hat is slowly turning into a rainforest.
Yeah, I have no idea how to turn it on.
I'm looking at John's forehead.
There's a remote
John is
somewhere.
glistening, and the lights is not even on him.
Guys, fellas, we're sports fans, right?
Correct.
Okay, so how about Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher? The duel among the greats, I guess.
Well,
Okay.
yeah. Let's not call Jimbo a great. No. He
Yeah.
won a championship with another men's team, so that's number one.
Beat Alabama once.
Yeah.
Okay, so for people who aren't Alabama fans and aware of what's going on, somebody give us a synopsis.
So in a way, let's just say Nick Saban yesterday called out Texas A&M for their recruiting class based on their history up until the new NIL deals.
Yeah.
So last year, Texas A&M got 7 5-star recruits. In their program's history, they've only had 4.
I saw the tweet. It's like 2017 one's 5-star, 2018 5-star, 29. I saw on 1 or 2 a year, and then it shoots up to 7 last year.
These guys went 8-4 last year. Didn't even play in their bowl game. Come out with the number 1 recruiting class in the nation. And we all know Texas for years have been backed by their oil money, but now they get to really put their foot in it. And I feel like Saban right now was doing the last defense before this thing gets hectic. Because if somebody doesn't step in, if Nick Saban has called out what's going on,
it's a
and
warning.
they're still allowed to do this, now all these other programs who are trying to do it right, I don't even know if there's a right way, but who weren't trying to do what Texas is doing is basically offering these kids deals to come sign with them. And if that isn't met or stopped, we are in so much trouble.
Yeah, it could be detrimental to college sports. And I think what Saban, while I don't necessarily agree with how Saban said it,
It's the
which
way.
I hate
Yeah.
to, have
I
any
agree with you.
bad talk about, the God King Saban. But, I think it's a warning.
Well, the thing about it, Saban didn't just stop and focus on Texas A&M. He just kind of said it in passing. Then he talked about basketball, and there was a lot going on.
Nate Oates up
Oh,
there
it
with
looked
him?
like it was I don't know what it was, but yeah, Nate Oates is definitely up there, and it might have been the baseball coach or somebody else.
According to the blog sphere, Alabama is coming up this next year's recruiting class probably full of the most 5-stars we've ever had. And for the most part, Alabama would normally win that state. Maybe Auburn would get one. One of the kids who's been committed to Alabama went to visit Texas A&M. Comes back, tells Saban straight up, this is how much Texas A&M offers me. Are you guys going to match it? And I think that right there led to this rank.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know
But
that.
that could all be a bunch of hoopla.
Well, I totally am with Saban, and then I watched Jimbo's response, and he called a press conference just to come out and have a tantrum.
He's a
And-
clown.
He's a class.
Well, you can't come out like that. And he said Saban had called him, but he didn't take the call, and he never will. And then he's saying Saban's immature and pouting on. No,
Jimbo Fisher wouldn't be Jimbo Fisher had he not worked with Nick Saban.
yeah.
Well,
And whatever that means, but
his whole rant sounded like he was either guilty or immature, and I think it's a little bit of both.
They're guilty. Well,
very true.
No, he didn't do anything illegal, but he knows he's messing with the integrity of the game. And this is the last line of defense, and I don't think first off, the NCAA hasn't done anything.
did
They
he
won't.
not say that basically that Saban called him a cheater?
Yeah.
But Saban never said the word
Never
cheater.
once said.
No.
So is that an admission of guilt?
Yeah.
Is this just a guilty guy, or conscience, coming out?
He's just an ass, dude. I hate Jimbo. I haven't liked him for a long time.
Well, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, and even out of this world. You like that?
Go
You
ahead.
like that?
Press
Me?
your
Come
button.
on,
Yeah,
Go
man.
ahead.
hit the-
Where
Oh,
you at?
wait. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, yeah.
No, John.
No,
not that
I'm not
one.
doing that one.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I went.
Stop it, John.
Turn it
You have
off.
to stop.
Oh, that one I can. Yeah.
God, John, you don't even have fat fingers. How did you hit 2 buttons at the same time?
I got excited. So the UFO thing before Congress, they're talking about that, and then on Mars, they're saying that image of an alien door. I mean, there's all sorts of crazy stuff going on this week.
And we can't even concentrate on with so much other stuff going on in the world, but this is some big stuff.
And the black hole.
Yeah.
Don't even mention the massive black hole at the center of our universe. The super massive black hole.
It's honestly a scary time to be alive.
If you sit down and like if you're able to kind of tune everything out and then sit down with some of this information, like this door, the black hole, the UFO stuff, and just think about that. Put your mind on that.
Yeah.
And then just it's overwhelming to think about how small you are in this vastness.
I'm more worried about the alien invasion.
You're worried about the alien invasion?
And if any aliens are listening to this, if you need somebody to turn on humanity, I'm your guy. Please.
Tom's your tour guide.
Please draft me.
He's the Benedict Arnold.
I will be the Judas.
Oh, man.
Oh, what a terrible. I did not want to meet that traitor. Okay.
Yeah.
There's so many others.
Too late. It's already on YouTube.
Should have ran with the Benedict Arnold.
Oh, I
not-
should have.
yeah.
But I was thinking of eggs and
Yeah.
not the person.
Eggs Benedict, best breakfast food.
Oh,
no doubt.
God. I didn't mean to say that. Go ahead, John Studd. Keep
Well-
going. Keep on.
I don't even know where to go now.
We went from aliens to eggs, and just how you need to read these articles. They're scary, man.
Yeah. Okay. So, next thing in the news, I needed one of those little ticker sounds like a newsman.
No, you don't. You'll
You
be
don't think
pressing
so?
it the whole time.
That's true in this segment. So, Tom, I know you're a big Disney fan, and you were talking about this earlier, right? You're a Disney. You said earlier today you wanted to go to Disney World.
Yeah, he wants to go to
Just
Disney World.
visit and the
Single man by
greatness of
himself.
it. Never once said by myself. All right, dude. And
Yeah.
just give you an update. Tom is not. I haven't been a single man in quite some time. I just don't like telling you guys.
Oh, really? Well, congratulations.
Oh no! Whoa, let's not get ahead of
This is
myself.
this is like the third or fourth time he hasn't been single, but hasn't told us. So,
John, Alex was made one of mine. I don't like bringing my women around you, especially you, John.
When are you around John outside of this office?
you
That's
passed
very
me one
true.
time on Taylor Road
And all I
and
Flipped
had,
held
him
up
off.
a piece of cake.
I didn't have a woman with me. I had a piece of cake.
Yeah. And I was more interested in the cake than the woman. So
Anyway, Disney.
that was a fat joke.
Get
All
back
right.
on.
So,
Dude,
Tom,
it's so
fill us
hot.
in on the
John,
drama.
you
on the,
fill it in. You're the news guy. I am burning up right now. I can barely think straight. I'm going to have to commentate on everything.
So there has been some research. And obviously somebody is really, really bored to say, let's do some research on this. But the research is suggesting, we're still awaiting a DNA test, but that Nala and Simba from The Lion King may have had the same father, who would be
oh, you old man. Her
Mufasa.
name's Nala, number
Nala.
one.
Oh, Nala.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I
was
can't
gonna
got
say
you.
anything.
I haven't seen that movie since it came out 30 years
Somebody's
ago.
going to say, what's he talking about? It's
Nala.
Nala. It looks like Nala and Simba are possibly brother and sister.
Yeah, half brother and sister.
Well,
Just judging by how lions get down in the jungle, bro.
I mean, in the real world, yeah, I guess it's certainly a possibility. But we have to keep in mind this is a cartoon.
Yeah.
It is a fictional story. Lions and other animals cannot speak.
Right.
So we gotta have to remove
I'm
reality
going to have to
from
stop you
situation.
right there. If you're telling me hyenas aren't just funny people, I don't want to believe
Now
you at all.
hyenas can laugh.
They
That's a
can.
thing.
Like Ed. Ed was a laugher. Who? Whoopi Goldberg was the other one.
That's right. I
think
forgot
so,
she was
yeah.
a hyena.
Yeah.
And there was controversy about that.
Why?
You didn't know about that? That was a
That was racial controversy?
Yes.
All right, let's not get into that on this pod. I
Yeah.
don't know how you could tie that
Yeah.
to a hyena.
I mean, my God.
There's so many animals in that movie.
I know. And they were like, oh, a black lady played a hyena. And that was discussion when that movie came out. I know you were only like 3 years old when it
I was
happened.
not, John. It came out in 94. I was 6.
94.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it was 91. That
It
was
was
Aladdin.
90.
No, 93 was Aladdin.
I don't know how you remember that. Aladdin sucked.
What?
Yeah, dude. Nobody
Dude,
cares
get
about
out of here.
flying carpets and
Man.
jeans.
Hey.
No, it's
He's
Robin
up.
Williams. You
Yeah.
kidding me?
Nah, I didn't say Robin Williams sucked. I said Aladdin. Maybe I don't like. Where's he from? Arabian. I didn't
Yeah.
care for any of that.
Well, I mean, Lion King might be the best one of that era.
Have you seen the new one? Where's more? I haven't seen that one.
It's good.
The live action one?
Yeah.
I ain't seen it.
So was her name Nayla or Nala in that movie?
It's Nala, John.
Okay.
Why are we having this
You're
conversation?
the only
together?
person in the country.
I
in the
messed
world.
up.
How's it spelled? Is it spelled like nail first? That's the only pass. No, there's not even an I in the word.
It's just John's ignorance coming to the forefront.
Okay, Coach.
But like the lines, we're just gonna move forward. I can't even concentrate right now. I just lifted my arm and I felt sweat run down the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not lifting my arms up. These stains aren't going on camera.
Let's go ahead with some sweet Q&A for the Triton staff. I'll go ahead and start with John. You want to play some music? You haven't pressed your buttons too much in this episode.
It's a random
Now,
question.
this question is for Al. John, we all know you don't drink beer. Nothing wrong with it, big dog.
No.
Just don't drink it.
No, I opted out of that with all the alcoholism in my family. I was like, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, John.
Wow, dude.
This is not a therapy session.
Dude, go tell that to somebody on the couch. Not here. Alex, what's your favorite kind of beer? And we're not talking flavor. Let me give you some examples here. That fresh beer you get after cutting the lawn. You got beach beer, which is fantastic. Dude, you got, first beer when you get to the bar. You got hangover beer. You got shower beer. What is your favorite beer?
Well, a beach beer is so up there.
Yeah.
There's nothing like sitting on the beach enjoying a cold beer,
For sure.
especially when it's like 100 degrees and that ice cold beer and that cooler you reach down in there.
It's a great feeling.
You get that ice cold beer out, and you take that first sip, and
A little
then
bit of ice dripping off of it in your hand.
The thing about the cooler or the beach beers is they can get out of hand. It's hot. You don't drink a lot of cooler beer
because
beach
beers.
You're really drinking to hydrate at some point.
Yeah,
yeah.
You have to. I mean,
Very dangerous.
instead of drinking water to stay hydrated, you're drinking cold beer. Beach beer. You say hangover beer.
Yeah.
And that kind of brings up something some of our viewers may be familiar with. That's the Talladega hangover beer.
Talladega
And
beer.
if anybody, Talladega beer does a good beer, but Talladega Enfield beer is probably going to be number one.
That's yours?
And people that know about the Talladega Enfield beer, you know what I'm talking about. That's my number one beer. Thomas, what's yours?
I would have to say my number one beer has for sure got to be tailgate beer. There's nothing like barbecuing, getting ready to watch the game, and knowing it's go time. That little right there, how good was that?
That was a great sound effect.
That was
man.
very good.
I'm going to have to program that.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I've been opening beers for a long time, boys. But that, to me, meat's on the grill. Kids are throwing the ball. I say kids like I have a child. But there's kids throwing the ball in the background. Everything's coming out right. You're not rushing to get seasoned stuff on. And that final, all you have to do now is wait.
So, with that, I mean, if you're the one running the grill, would you say that it's the same? Because for me, when I'm running the grill, I can't relax as much because I'm so focused on my food.
Now, I've been spoiled most of my life, and my grandmother and mother have done much of the cooking. So if I am running the grill, I'm not cooking anything too. We're doing steaks. We got some sausage. We got some burgers. We got some hot dog. We're not getting too out of hand to where if I look away too long, something's wrong.
Gotcha.
Big John, but for you, when's your best applesauce?
Well, it's more of ice cream. So that right after work, ice cream.
Post-work ice cream.
Yeah.
That's
Come
actually not
home
bad.
And,
Oh, John, you're so damn funny.
I just get home. It's like, wow.
Picturing
it's
you
been a
eating
rough
ice
day.
cream after work is such
He
a
gets home, kicks his
pregnant
shoes off.
What a pregnant woman thing to do.
Well, sometimes you gotta.
Do you eat it shirtless?
No, I've had accidents
thank
like that
goodness
before, and it's just too sticky.
I,
So the other one, I'm not really
John,
a
how are
shower.
you getting ice cream on your chest? That's what I have to ask you first.
Well,
We
it
can't
melts.
speed past this. I'm sorry.
Because,
It's a big bowl.
John, you can always go back.
At least you're not eating it straight out the carton.
Yeah, that's some fat stuff
That's
right there.
fat stuff.
Oh, where we at time-wise? We got to move along, and the sweat is slowly running down my arms.
I've eaten it out of the carton before.
You pregnant motherfucker. Where we at?
So whose random question is it now?
Number 2's you, Big John Stud.
Oh, me. Okay, so we're all big fans of The Office around here. So
For sure.
if you had to pick your favorite character from the TV show, the American version of The Office, who would it be?
You start us off, John.
No, I want to hear what y'all say first.
Well, mine's too broad.
No.
Yours is too broad.
Yeah, it's
How can a
not
character
broad.
be
I'm sorry,
broad?
not broad. It's just, I feel like I really tried to think hard, and it was just like, why are you even trying? It's Dwight Schrute.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just so
He
funny.
is
That's what
amazing.
I'm saying, dude. I wish I had an explanation, but he is so damn hilarious.
He's nuts.
Dwight is probably my favorite, but I like Andy too, just because he's such a loser.
Yeah.
We'll do a number 2. Patrick O'Neill, I don't think that's his name, but he was one of the men in the warehouse, the other black one, not the
Yeah.
swollen,
Oh,
but the
okay.
fat
Yeah.
one, Sea Monster. Granted, he had very little lines. And Old Man Hank. Reminds me of
yeah.
you.
The security
Oh my
guard.
goodness.
Reminds me of cute.
Wow. Yeah. For
Oh,
sure.
he's always so mad.
Just like cute.
Yeah. Oh,
Putting
man.
on my damn socks. God, that episode's so funny. He's died too. He died recently.
Did he really?
Really? I didn't know that.
John, so you're Dwight, or you're going to give us something here?
Well, I say this, and whenever I say it, people hate me for it.
You about to say Kelly.
Huh?
Nothing, go ahead.
Last season, Robert,
No.
California.
Oh, my goodness.
John, dude. He
See?
sucked.
No, he didn't.
He stunk.
No, he didn't.
God,
And
He was pretty
just-
bad.
Yeah.
He was just the arrogant jerk, and he played that part so well.
I tell you, who's in only like 2 or 3 episodes is Idris Elba.
Yeah.
That line, I'm aware of the effect that I have on women, is
Yeah.
hilarious. That is so great.
Let's do this because of John's sucky answer. Most hated one. Like when they're on the screen, you're just like, oh, God.
Ryan immediately comes to mind.
Yeah,
Ryan
Ryan.
would come to mind. There are some episodes where Michael Scott, I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's can be too much.
it cringy. Like I can't watch all the way through the Scott's Tots episode.
Yeah.
It's just too cringy for me. When
Kelly's annoying.
Oh, I can't stand Kelly.
dude, I love Kelly.
You would.
I do.
So
That's
okay,
the least surprising thing I've heard today.
let's go back to Michael Scott. Funny, absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it over the top? Yes. And it's one of those things, I feel like once you kind of get into, when did he leave? Season 6, 7, somewhere
I
around there?
couldn't tell you.
Anyway, whenever he got to the last couple of seasons he was on there, it was just so predictable that to me it kind of, because you knew he was just going to do something stupid. The show starts, you kind of see what the topic is, and you know he's going to exploit it and do something really stupid with it.
I don't think you're enjoying the show.
I think that you've only watched it through one time.
Yeah.
Oh, I've watched it more than that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. When you said a while ago, where all the stuff on HBO you guys are watching, I still watch The Office almost every night. So
I do have Peacock. I do like watching the cock. It
Yeah.
has some good shows on it. It's got Parks and Rec too.
Parks and Rec. Which is funnier? Which is better, The Office or Parks and Rec?
We've had this conversation. You got to
know.
break it down a certain way. As a whole, The Office is better. As the characters from Parks and Rec are better. To me, I think they're funny, but The Office just works better. But man, the characters are so damn funny. Like nobody beats Ron Swanson. If you want to have
I
that,
think that there's more memorable moments to me from Parks and Rec.
Tom Haverford. I mean, all the way. I mean, he's Andy.
Yeah.
speaking of Ron Swanson, how about old in-house Ron Swanson over here when Alex dressed up as Ron for Halloween? That was really good.
Do me a favor, Jono. Whenever you're editing this, go ahead and put those.
We're going to
photos.
put that up on
Yeah,
the
we need to.
side by side.
I was proud of it.
Alex, what's your question?
My question is, if you could travel back in time,
Yes.
you have the ability to time travel, what period of time would you want to go to, live in? Where would you want to go?
I'm going to do this for you, boys. Clearly, y'all know I love lots of music, so we're going to the 60s. Specifically, November 23rd, 12 p.m.
Wow.
12:30 p.m. in Dallas, Texas. I think you guys know where I'm going. I need to see for myself what happened with the Kennedy assassination.
Yeah, I was about to say
We've
that.
been there.
We've
We've
been
been to
there.
the site.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, John. Have you been there? Had some
No.
great barbecue. Don't want to go down there.
No,
That's mine.
I thought you were going to ask me if I
That's
was
so-
actually there for the assassination. So
No, I haven't done any old joke to you today.
I know.
Got some complaints about him.
That's so
Oh,
interesting.
you did?
Yeah. They don't even know you. Leave that old man alone. Like
Hey, they've
he
never even
is-
seen me.
He is the worst.
No, I'm not.
Not the best.
That's Q
No. Q's so damn funny.
He's the
And-
funniest person I know.
and old. But okay. So
What about you?
what's yours?
I bounce back and forth with this a lot. That's the fact that you had such a specific moment, and that didn't even cross my mind. But that, I love that whole deal. The late 1800s, early 20, the Western period of time, I think would be really fun. I know it would be really rough to live in. But see, I like the simple. Like, it's great to live in the time that we live in now. We have so many modern conveniences, running water, stuff like that. But it's so complicated. It would be so nice to be back in the
can't
time
poop
when
in a hole.
Yeah,
I feel like I could if it's the only thing I ever knew. But I feel like the times would have been more simple and it just would have been great.
I could. What do they drink? Mead? Is that what they called?
No, that was like
What do they eat?
medieval times.
My bad. I'm so
Several
terribly off.
hundreds of years difference.
Let's edit
Little
that
bit
out.
off.
I don't want to seem like a dumbass to the people out there. Go ahead,
Well,
John.
I'm going to say, I don't know. It's a cop out to say take me back to the 80s because I lived it once and it was really great.
Your early 30s.
Shut up. Shut up.
Anyway, thank you all for checking into another episode, Pretty Electric. Don't forget to follow us on all the social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, at the DW Pod. You can also follow us on YouTube at the Team Triton page. And again, thank you guys. And last but not least, this is for you, Jimbo. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.